As the stars embrace the spirit of Halloween, our dancing experts, former Cincinnati Bengal Ann Reynolds and Arthur Murray dance consultant Mario Kraszewski joins us this morning with another season of Dancing Rewind. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
So we start with Bethany and Derek, and this was a Halloween night, so they're dressed, kind of spooky there. Now, they were the best of the night, right?
You know what, they were, and we watched them start off very slow on the show, but man, they are really stepping it up. 39 out of 40. This was a Paso Doble. Yeah, Derek, that choreography is always incredible, and he just knows how to make his partners believable. You know, she really was in character. This had to be so intense, and you saw that out of her, and I think that's what made this dance so enjoyable. Not necessarily her dancing, you know, it was good, but she was in the character, and I think that's something Derek does with all of his partners.
Do you agree with Ann, Mario?
You know, again, like, for me, it was too much production again, you know, and Len actually mentioned yesterday on the show, he was the first night of the Len being back, and he said same thing what I will say right now, you know, just dance, forget about the production, just show me a nice, clean dancing, and I would love to see that. Was Water 39? I don't know. You know, judges know better. But again, should be no production, just pure dance.
That's the thing about it. Derek knows how to entertain us, and that's what the votes, you know, people are voting on that.
Well, let's see about Lea and Artem. Now, they've been consistently good, but do you guys think they lack the wow factor?
You know, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. You know, she has a little bit, I will say, a lot of elegance in her dancing. I will say that. You know, was actually good. Argentine Tango, I think, was slightly weak, you know, choreography-wise. You know, Derek and Mark, I think, can pull much better choreography for Argentine Tango. The difficulty yesterday, they had two dances to dance. You know, maybe this was a part of it.
Yeah, for me, she was a ballerina growing up, and I think you see that so much in her dances. That's what I think is missing for her a little bit. On this dance, it should have been sharper and crisp and more intense, and you see that light, fluffy ballerina. She is a great dancer, but she just lacks, I think, that wow factor, something that really gives her that oomph, and she needs to put that on pretty quickly now as we're getting toward, you know, the finale's not too far away.
Yeah, and it's hard for ballerinas to kind of let loose. They have that technique inside of them.
Absolutely.
Alfonso and Whitney, is that who this is right now?
Yep, this is
okay,
Alfonso
just making sure.
And Whitney, and I was so excited to see him do an actual ballroom dance because he always throws in hip-hop. Another one, he gets the fact that you have to entertain, and he's been stepping away from the ballroom style and more just putting his own style into it to make people smile, make people go, oh, he's great. This is a ballroom dancing competition, and this was a rumba, and at least for me, he went through and he was actually doing the moves, soft, fluent moves versus the hip-hop moves.
Yeah, you know, he's lucky. I said last time, you know, he only got the quick step so far in the whole competition. Rest of them, they were Latin dances. It's hard to judge, in my opinion. It's hard to judge how you progress if you're doing pretty much the same thing over and over. He has a little bit injury going on, so, you know, he has a little excuse. But overall, I think he should get some tango or waltz next week because, again, I cannot compare him to anybody else.
Well, everyone we just talked about obviously did well because they weren't the ones headed home. The ones that were headed home, take a look right here. It's Antonio and Cheryl. So why do you guys think they were given the boot?
You know, I think so far we really are lucky, and I think I'm very happy with the elimination so far. Really, the weakest links are going home. No surprises so far. I think, you know, Antonio deserves to go home this week, and I hope Michael Waltrip will go home next week because he's this week was the weakest week for him.
I was happy to see Antonio go home. I feel like he has been resting on his laurels of he was that, of course, Calvin Klein underwear model 20 years ago, and I think he still feels like he's that sex symbol, and he didn't put any personality into it. He didn't do the dance as well. He just kind of seemed arrogant the whole time. So I'm sad for Cheryl because I really like her, but I'm okay with Antonio going home as well.
Very interesting. Anna Mario, thank you. Dancing with the Stars is back next Monday night at 8 o'clock on our sister station, ABC 22. So I have to ask, if you guys were judges for a Dancing with the Stars with Chris Mulcahy, do you think that he would pass?
He will enter the building, but that's it.
What are you talking about? A little salsa? Little salsa? You don't even see the You don't even see the footwork that's going on right here. There's a great footwork. I think they gave me a great score. You can't hear them. It's a fantastic score, by the way.